Hi, this is Take Like 5,000.
When I was first accepted into the fellowship, I was so excited. I remember just like being really nervous for all the time that I was waiting to hear back. I kept checking my phone and my email.
I was filled with many emotions, but the top two would definitely be gratitude and excitement.
So I remember just being really, really happy in the middle of the gym saying, I'm booked and busy for the rest of the 2020.
I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I had accomplished something that I didn't think was possible for me, especially at that point in my life. I felt ecstatic.
And I just remember screaming in my office at my on-campus job, and all my supervisors were like, oh my God, and it was such an incredible time. And I would tell everybody all the time that I was gonna be a Newman Zone Foundation fellow.
I couldn't believe that I was chosen as part of the cohort, and I was super excited to think about all the possibilities of the places I could go and what I could be doing and how I could be contributing to the world.
I felt stable. I knew that this is what I wanted to do and that it was the beginning of something great.
I was relieved. I knew that I wasn't unemployed any longer.
One funny story from my fellowship was my first experience with fire ants. As someone who hadn't been to the South before, I didn't know that ants could bite, and one day I was leading a volunteer day in the garden and got bit by a bunch of ants. As someone who was just starting off leading the volunteers, I was really embarrassed, but all of them understood because they had also been bitten by red ants before.
On my first day, me and my supervisor Mira got to just snuggle baby chicks all day, and she was like, welcome to Edible Schoolyard, so that was really, really, really sweet.
One of my favorite times, honestly, would probably have to be Diana getting a little swifty, having her Bronx baddie side come out whenever we would go to restaurants. She was endlessly entertaining. We love you dearly, Diana. Please never change.
Whenever we were at orientation and I met Jacob and Marissa, we got to talking. We were like, oh, we're all in the same area. Wouldn't it just be funny if we all lived close together? And then that turned into, wouldn't it be funny if we all lived together? And we were like, haha, that's really funny. And 2 weeks later, we had already found a place. We were getting ready to sign the lease. We were ready to go.
Three words to describe my fellowship year.
The goops, the giggles, and the gags.
Goops, gags, and giggles.
Of goops and gags.
Gooped, gagged, and giggles. That's really the best way to describe it.
Inspiring, whirlwind, and
Say community, growth, and active.
Hard, but incredible.
Can I say bangin'? Bangin', it's been a time. I've been having fun. You could replace it with party. Okay.
Comprehensive, most purposeful, and eye-opening.
Uplifting, transformative, and incredible. Those are definitely the words that I would use to describe this year.
My cohort, everyone that I have met through Newman's Own, especially everyone who is also a fellow, has changed my life in significant ways. Just being able to talk to them and have them listen to me and pick me up when I've been down has been something that I am so grateful for. I don't know how I would have gotten through this year, which has proven to have its own challenges, without everyone having my back. And I hope that I have been half as much of a support that they have been to me for them.
I am super, super grateful to have met all the other fellows and Kaitlin and Diana. And I think the support that we've gotten from Newman's Own and from all the facilitators that came in has been incredible.
After leaving an academic space where people were pretty disillusioned with how the world was currently working, the Newman Zone Foundation and RefugePoint have given me a lot of hope and I was already pretty optimistic, and it's incredible to believe that I'm even more optimistic now after such a hard year. So yeah, hard but incredible.
I don't think that outside of this opportunity, I would have been able to move away from home so soon after graduation. I graduated in June and moved in July, and I don't think, if not for this fellowship, that I would have been able to leave home like that. A lot of people my age are now back living at home after graduation, and I think it's really exciting that I get this opportunity, especially since I want to be in DC and I want to work in the world of politics and government, and seeing the nonprofit side of government relations has been fascinating.
If I could say anything to Paul Newman, I honestly would just say thank you.
Thank you for his morals, his values, everything that he did for people, and the way that he looked at life was so inspiring.
Thank you for opening my eyes to the good in the world and for allowing me to continue your legacy.
I would remind him of the impact of his life, that it just lived beyond him. And oh man, like that's the goal of every person at the end of the day, right? To live beyond yourself, to leave something that is so much bigger than yourself. And Paul did that, and did it in a way that I don't think any other human being could. His legacy will always be there, inspiring the next generations to live a generous life.
I don't know if I could have had any opportunities like this without the Newman Zone Foundation Fellowship, so I hope that like wherever he is, he knows that there's so many young people he helped get started with careers in nonprofits who wouldn't have access to a lot of these roles before. So thank you, Paul. I really enjoyed carrying you around.
Paul, you are an awesome dude and you make good salad dressing.